a little white patch, but he's black on black tiger stripes, which is really sort of neat. He's got darker black tiger stripes on his black fur, and in the light you can see the striping. He's really a little tiny thing. The other one's a fat little thing, and then the one that's tiger striped is about half the size. So.
Aw, they're growing fast, eh? You froze again, Kathy.
Along with her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she keeps freezing. She's blaming it on retrograde. I have my doubts.
Well, you know what? Retrograde messes with a lot of people.
Oh, it messes with a lot of technology. It sure does. I know. Hi, Anne Marie. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Vivian. Welcome, everybody. Nice to see you here.
I'm a Pisces Virgo rising. I have tons of Mercury in my chart.
There you go.
And we are heading into a retrograde, and I'm getting retrograde problems. My internet paid for. I've got strong signals, but for some reason I'm popping in and out right now. So don't know why, but I am. I usually do a reading for the collective when I start, but I wanted to share a really big download. I follow what is her name? Libby at Magistrate Taro. If you guys haven't seen her, she's fabulous. She does all political readings. She's Aussie. She just did a show with Lena that was all talking about. It was a fabulous show. Anyways, you guys should check her out. But she was talking about the 21 Doge hacks that recently resigned from Elon Musk team. And as she had said that, I got this huge hit from my guides, which I put on her page, but I will share it online because my guides are telling me I need to start doing politicals again. They've been telling me not to do politicals, which I thought was sort of funny. But what the hit was these 21 kids from the Doge. Part of the reason why they resigned was because of the unconstitutional acts that Elon Musk. They put that in their public letter on their resignation that got publicized. And they can't support unconstitutional acts that Elon Musk is leading.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my guides told me that they are turning state's evidence. They have connected with the alphabets, and it's or AG, I'm not sure. And they're providing all the information. They worked with Musk on the election computer still part. That's what they're going to be turning over. And because they worked on it and they were insiders, it's going to be, when it's revealed, Trump will be disqualified as a president. And this is only my guided hits for entertainment purposes.
I know.
Everybody's
opinion is personal and their own to make.
Yeah. Make your own decisions. If it's not right, don't send me hate. Because I don't read it anyways, and I don't take it personally, but I really get mad when I see people sending the hate to readers that are reading political.
I get upset when anybody thinks they can come in and take me hostage with threats.
Right,
you know
right.
But Canadians are nice. We're nice, but we're not. And
I'll delete you, but when 100% of the readers get it 100% wrong, and we all feel like it got stolen, you got to question that 100% of the readers got Harris winning. We hit about 80%, most of us readers on his. We get things wrong. We're human. We interpret the information we get. But as that goes through, you can't hate on us. We're just providing a free service to everybody. We will make mistakes. We will interpret our visions, our cards wrong from time to time. But when 100% of us get it wrong, the likelihood is very unlikely.
Yeah.
All I can say. I know a lot of us
No, we're
got
not
my
God.
reading. I didn't think Ford was going to win. I think it was a still. Something was manipulated. I saw him losing. I threw cards on that he was losing. He's your PM now.
Yep.
Don't know.
I know.
At least he's anti-Trump. That's all I can say about him.
Well, he's showing that he's got a pair, and he grew a bigger pair when this happened.
Yeah.
And I just read our premier in British Columbia just says, well, you know what? You want to go to your Alaska? You're not coming across our territory. You can fly in or you can take a boat.
That's right.
He said, you know, like we gotta really.
And most of our
Did you
military
think
service,
we're going to roll over and belly up? And say,
most of
yeah,
our
I'm
military
yours.
that goes to Alaska
I don't
goes
think
through via Canada, because we do have a road. We can drive from the United States to Alaska.
We love our American friends. I mean, my mother had a home in Florida, a winter home for years and years, and we've made so many friends, and my family go down there. But I'll tell you something, there's becoming a huge exodus. I think somebody said just this week, 18,000 places went up for sale in Florida, and they were all Canadians. A friend of mine, she bought a beautiful home down there in Palm Beach, and it's up for sale. She said, I'm coming home. She said, because we don't know what the hell's going on down here. And friends of mine that are Americans that want to come over, they're scared to come over. They might not get back if they're Spanish or they're whatever, you know. It's scary times right now. But we don't want to squabble. We don't want to become sparring partners with our best friends.
I grew up on Canada.
We love our
Canada, and we always considered ourselves basically the Canadians are just a better version of Americans. Because you guys are more polite, more easygoing.
Anne-Marie's leaving. Anne-Marie, don't be mad at us, sweetie. I know you're a Trump fan, and we're not. We're not doing that, okay?
No, I'm not Trump bashing. You know, my best friend and I are not talking right now, but they were all Trumpian, and when he won, she went across the line of our agreement that we just would not bring politics into our friendship. And I haven't talked to her since she did. And she went totally berserko crazy in a restaurant. And I got so mad, I told her to go F herself. And I got a standing ovation from 3 different tables who had been eavesdropping on our argument. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I was respecting not talking politics. And we never sat around talking politics because I knew they were very Trumpian. And the only thing I'd ever tell her is you need to read Project 2025. That's all I would say to her. Take the time to educate yourself on what you're supporting. You know, but it's not my problem. You need to follow. My daughter is very Trumpian, and we do not talk politics, but she gets mad at me periodically and tells me, I believe this, I believe that. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. You're so woke and you believe. I said, you know what, honey, you need to make a list of all my beliefs because what you're saying I believe and I've never heard of. So it must be something on the East Coast that I'm not getting on the West Coast. That's all I can say. I'm not going to argue with you. You know, she'll get mad at me and hang up, and I won't talk to her for a few days, and then she'll call me up again, and all is good. We just choose to not discuss politics. We're never going to agree politically.
Yeah, no. And we won't. And that's okay.
And it's not worth it. I love my daughter. I'm not going to cut my relationship off with my daughter just because we have different political views.
Yeah.
You know.
I just said to Anne-Marie, I said, don't be upset. We can agree to disagree. This is supposed to be a birthday reading day.
Yeah.
So she pulled
I'm happy. But what I got they would be turning state's evidence. They're going to be providing the documentation of how they did it, how it was done, etc. The other thing is they're also going to be giving up information about the changing codings that they put into our computer systems, because he is hacking and transferring all kinds of stuff out of our U.S. computer systems. And I used to work for the federal government. The federal government did not go into upgraded computers back in the 80s when Microsoft was the leading edge on computers, because it was pretty much considered a monopoly, and they were trying to break down Microsoft at the time, so that all the other computer companies could compete. But the Microsoft systems is what all the computer systems. So they stayed with their older system, which they call a DG system. It's an old dot matrix system. It's ancient. It functions though, and that's what the first thing Elon Musk discovered is they were having problems hacking into it because they don't function in that language. That's the old ancient stuff. So they had to sort of backtrack and relearn the dot matrix long versions of everything to get the hacking done. But they've done a lot of encoding and stuff like that, and my guides are telling me they're actually functioning on a different coding language than standard coding for ISO and the current Microsoft level. You know, they've developed their own coding systems. So yeah, it's not a good thing, and a lot of us are really running scared. Social Security checks I'm getting will come out timely this month. It's on the chopping block board, hidden under language. I'm not seeing the budget passing. I think there's just enough Republicans that are going to say, no, can't do it. You know, after they've been going to these town hall meetings and getting attacked by their constituents. And of course, they've got the illusion of, oh yeah, the Democrats paid for all these protesters to show. I don't think the Democrats would have the money to do that. And two, wouldn't have thought of it because it's just not in that party's nature to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
No,
Charlotte just came in and said happy birthday to you. She's popping out again.
Hi, Char. Thank you for coming in.
Says she's going to head out. Okay, yeah, we lost Dean temporarily, so I guess we need to start doing our. You're going to do your collective, right? Now the collective is for everybody. Like it's not on a particular topic.
Just for the group. It always usually ends up political. That's why I use my other deck.
I know.
But then we'll do 3-card readings for everybody. I'll be adding people on the list. The list is starting to fill up. And
hi, Fatima. How are you, honey?
I did tag my my PayPal account if anybody wants to donate.
Perfect.
Donations are welcome. I'm going to be also just got to announce it tomorrow, but I am going to be doing offering $50 readings, private readings, to help fundraise to cover some of my medical expenses. Yeah. I feel better like just doing the ask of come get a reading, $50. It will help me earn the money to pay towards some of my.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, One Love's given you a donation already.
There's my daughter like clockwork. I knew she was going to call. I'm doing a program. I'll call you back, okay? Bye.
Did you hear me? One Love's given you a donation.
Oh, thank you.
She wants a reading. Yeah.
But I will get that up on my pull down menu in tomorrow's for the information how to contact me to request readings.
No, she's
a lot of doctor appointments coming up.
She's already paid you for one right here.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. She's paid you for one, and it's come up as a highlighted in green. And yeah, if you scroll back, sweetie.
Oh, that must be from your stuff. Are you broadcasting it, Brenda?
Yeah.
Oh, then it was paid to you then.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have the button because I don't have a big enough audience.
Oh. See, I've never broadcasted to myself before. And she said, Brenda, are you going to be doing readings? And I said, yeah, we all are.
Yes, we will do that. And I do have her on.
I'm sorry, I thought that was going to Kathy.
No,
her PayPal account.
Because
if
she donated, unless
it
went
on the PayPal link.
How do I unbroadcast that? Take that little check out of there. You are live.
I guess. I don't know. I never done that.
I don't know. I've never clicked in.
Remove.